Young and relentless, investing my time. You ain't never spent this. Caught up in your awkward friendship.
Alright, what up? I'm Coach Brandon.
I'm Drew.
We're sitting here with TC in the Mix. Whatever. Do you want us to call you TC in the Mix or just TC?
I mean, either works, man. Cause
or TC the rapper.
Nah, TC the rapper's, that's old shit. Cause I'm moving on to TC in the Mix. Yeah, you can say that. TC is just like the straight up, just TC. But TC.
Alright, I've been calling you TC the rapper.
No, that's fine. Cause it was that for a while, and I finally decided, I'm like, man, I can't just do TC the rapper. Cause A, it's kind of biting chance, and B, it's like I'm not just a rapper, I'm an artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So TC in the Mix. I think that's good because I'll kind of explain it, I guess. TC in the Mix meaning like, with there's a lot of shit coming out nowadays, and I think that in the mix of what you're listening to, you should put some TC in it too. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of corny, but it works, man.
I feel that, especially if you're gonna be starting to produce soon too.
Yeah.
I mean, you have been producing, right?
Right.
Working on your own beats and everything.
Yeah. Well, so my buddy JJ started first, and he kind of was fucking around with it, and was sending me some shit. I'm like, all right, well, shit, come to my house. I gotta, you can come over, we can try it out, and shit, we just started one day, and we're getting better day by day. We've been doing it for maybe 2 months, if that. So we're still learning, but yeah, we're trying to get better in that, and kind of just to do some different shit besides just rapping. I'm like, I've been rapping for a minute now, and it's like I gotta, I have a passion for music, and I want to keep learning new shit. So I'm like, well, let's try this producing shit out maybe, and I don't know, see where it takes me. But
I feel that being versatile in the music scene would definitely help you out a lot.
Oh yeah,
too.
definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to nowadays too. You can't just be. Back in the day, you could just be a rapper.
Unless you got a solid team behind you, or else you're paying for everything you get done besides rapping.
Exactly, man. It's like I could cut that out by having to pay someone by just doing it. When you want to have something done right, sometimes you do have to do it yourself.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Yeah.
All right, for sure. So, where are you from?
So, okay, when people say that, when they say where are you from, do they mean like currently where do you live, or like where'd you grow up at? Yeah. Okay, because I never know when people ask me that. Yeah. So, okay. So where I'm from, so I was born in Idaho, actually.
Okay.
Twin Falls, Idaho. Put them on the map. I'm gonna tour there one day. I'm gonna come to Twin Falls, Idaho, and fucking put a show on there.
For sure.
No, eventually though. But so I was born in Idaho, moved to California, Salida, California, Modesto, California. Moved back to Idaho, and then 4th grade into 5th, I was in Manteno, Illinois.
Okay.
So now I'm in Manteno, Illinois, and I've been there for basically most of it. I lived in Bourbonnais for about 4 years. Actually, while I was in college, I was in Bourbonnais, like my parents were, and I was off at school. But Manteno is where I'm at now. Diversitech specifically. So D-Tech repping, man. So
So like how is it for being like living in basically the suburbs of Chicago, and like how is like that coming up compared to like possibly somebody who be living in the like actually in Chicago? It's like a much different kind of like environment because you have to most of the time actually go up there to get these connections and all that. So like how is that for you, and how has it been?
It's harder because it's you want to be authentic, and it's like, well, I mean I'm in Manteno, but and that's what's kind of a challenge, but it kind of makes it fun because I had to find a way to be able to make these songs with these artists that are obviously a lot of different backgrounds compared to me, where I'm just from Manteno, where these artists are actually in Chicago and more about some things, and I got to find a way for me and the artist to find the connection on a track, and once we do it, it's fucking awesome because it's like you wouldn't expect me to be on a song with Spenzo or me to be on a song with Queen Key, but I find a way to make us work, and it just I don't know, I think it turns out good. So okay, what was the original question of it? Sorry,
just like how has it been for you? I guess I mean you kind of went over it, but more like because you have to most of the time like travel up there, and it's like you have to like take that time to make those connections up there instead of like just like being like growing up with these people because they're like all like north of you, and it's just different almost because we've already also experienced that where we have to go up there to almost like meet these people that we need to meet to get where we got to go.
I think what it is, it's you got to make sure you're not just forcing it and just trying to be like I'm trying to use you to get up to get farther. You got to actually build a connection with them and show you generally fuck with what they do also. I think that's helped me out. I mean, some people talk to me more often than others that I did work with in the past, but I think that's a big thing, is just to actually get a good connection with them, not just force it. Like, yo, I want to pay you to do this so I can get bigger. Actually, like, create something with them that they actually like, too. I think that's a big thing, too. Make sure that they're, satisfied with it. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. How do you know Chris?
Chris who, man? There's a lot of
Man,
Chris.
you know what Chris I'm talking about? Chris Hasty.
Oh,
bro.
Chris Hasty.
Yeah, Chris Hasty.
Man, nah, I'm just kidding. Man, me and Hasty met back. I think I was a sophomore in high school, probably. I was doing music, and a guy, Ray Burton was his name. I was just walking out of GameStop. Probably just bought a game or something. And he stopped me. He's like, yo, man, I know this guy, Chris, C Fresh. He said, C Fresh was his name for a while. So he's like, I got this guy, C Fresh. I think you guys would make a great song together. I'm like, all right, I'll check him out. And I went home and checked the shit out. I don't know if it was the Look at Me Now freestyle that he had up already or something like that, but he fucking spazzed. I'm like, all right, this guy's fucking good. So, let's see. So I think I contacted him on Facebook or something, and he sent me a beat, and this was the beat for Superfly. Was our first song we ever did. I was fucking nervous as shit. I'm like, all right, well, I gotta fucking do good. I don't want to not, because I know how quick he could spit. So, so I wrote my verse, and I met him for the first time at his house, and that's when we recorded the first song, and that's probably one of our biggest songs, Superfly 815.
Okay.
And shit, we've made probably 10 more songs together so far. That's how we met, though, was that track. But
okay.
And then we've just kept the relationship since then and keep making music. But
you've been following him over in LA and Miami and everything.
Yeah, I mean I keep up with him on definitely Facebook. Obviously, Chris Hasty on Facebook. Yeah, we all know that. Yeah, I've been keeping up with him on all that shit because, I mean, I got more time on my hands now. So yeah, I think it's fucking awesome, man. I was proud of him for the other day with the West, or what's the
Coast to Coast mixtapes.
Coast to Coast mixtapes. Give me one sec, sorry.
Yeah, because he won first place for the Miami one, so now he has, I think, like 3 days of studio time with one of Rick Ross's producers.
Okay, yeah, I saw him explaining that, and that's awesome because I fucking tried to do one of those competitions before, and it was so fucking, I mean, I was pissed because I had to go first at the competition. I did it, and I'm like, damn, I just showed up, and I went to wait 3 hours, see if I placed. I didn't place. I'm like, man, fuck this, but I think he's done a couple, but this one he fucking won, which is awesome. So I was proud of him for that.
Yeah, he was definitely killing it. I saw that video.
Oh yeah, he goes crazy on that performance, man. His energy's nuts.
Yeah,
So,
definitely someone to learn
It's
from.
awesome. Yeah.
What kind of future stuff you got going on?
Man, just gotta keep dropping more music. Obviously, that's one thing. It's dropping a lot more music. Videos. I just want to do more videos. Producing, obviously, like I was mentioning, I'm trying to get more into the producing side of it and actually like come up with the beats. Sometimes it's because I feel like these producers just charge way too much for, I just need this 3-minute thing. And I realize how long it takes and why they charge that much now because it's made me learn why they charge that much, I guess. But so I'm just working on producing and man, besides that, just more music. Trying to throw a show. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to throw a show around here.
Well, shit, on our next show, we'll see if we can get you in the
Exactly.
lineup.
Yeah, we could team up. That'd be dope. FreakSounds presents.
Yeah.
Hell
that'd
yeah.
be cool.
Always FreakSounds. FreakSounds presents. FreakSound represents. What's
Yeah, exactly, man.
Speaking of like shows, like so, what shows have you actually performed before, and like how has that been?
So like opening up for people.
Yeah, just like in general,
whatever,
just
in
what
general.
shows you've done.
I've done a little bit of everything. I've opened up for a decent amount of artists. To name a few, the first one that's awesome is Jeremiah. He's a Grammy-winning artist, Jeremiah Plains. That was dope. That was probably one of my favorite shows because it was a crowd of all chicks, so it was just sick. It was just more motivating, So all these like just creepy guys, just like, oh fuck you. It was like all these chicks. So I'm like, oh, I gotta try. So that was really fun. I've opened up for King Louie. I've opened up for Lil Bibby. Same time, one time. It was both of them. Who else am I forgetting? I think that's like the bigger artist, but a couple times though I've like thrown my own shows. One time, one of the biggest ones actually, it was really fun. Chris Hasty performed there too. I had him like open up for me, and then we performed together too. I threw one in Mantino at the Sportsman's Club, and it was crazy because that night it was a huge ass blizzard, and I was freaking out because we had to pay a little bit to rent it out and shit. I mean, how that goes and stuff. And I'm like, fuck, so no one's gonna show up. But a lot of people still came, and it was like a snow blizzard, so it was crazy that the people came out for it. Threw a banger of a show there, and then fucking everyone was underage and getting drunk and shit, and they shouldn't have been there. So they're like, all right, you can't ever come back. But
they tell you that they're like, yeah, you need to not ever come back.
Yeah, so I'll give it a few years. They'll forget. Maybe have me on actually. But
shit, by then, fuck the Sportsman Club.
Yeah, exactly. It would be bigger than that anyway.
Hell yeah, exactly.
But it was just cool to throw an event by myself with JJ helped me out, and a couple of my buddies helped me out with it. But it was just cool to throw it. We charged like $10, I think, and it helped me out to buy some more music equipment or something. It was just cool to flip it like that. Do something I love, set it up, execute, and then take that money and invest in yourself more. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was just kind of learning earlier on to do that type of shit. So.
All right, sick.
And then I've opened it up for a decent amount of people, but yeah.
So you're just dropping singles now?
Yeah. I think singles just I'm kind of just realizing that you got to just push, because with people's I feel like if you take so much time for an album and then you drop it and then it's like one day and then the next day people move on to the next shit, it's like you spend so much time. So I think it's just right now it's a waste of time to spend a year on an album, drop it, day later people forget about it unless
maybe get a little more clout and then
yeah I mean eventually. So I think singles are good because it's just you can kind of experiment more and you can say, all right, fucking I'll put this out, see what happens. And if it kind of is flopping, you don't push it as much. And if it's doing better, you're going to put some more money into that. You're going to push it to get it advertised more because you're seeing it's working more. So, I mean, I'm learning as I go. But
also, like, what I've, like, thought about is, like, when you're dropping, like, singles and stuff like that, it's a lot easier for like fans, especially when you're just coming up, to like be able to invest that time. Because it's if you drop like a 3-minute song, it's easier for them to invest 3 minutes into you, especially if they haven't heard you. Than if you drop a whole album, then they're like, now I have to listen to all this, and then it's like so much more for somebody to listen to if they haven't.
And they can't
heard you
pick
before.
and choose good songs. That's you just put all the good songs on top. They're not can listen to the whole album if like the first one they weren't into. So
and that's a big thing too. Is like fuck, you got to make sure the first song on an album, if you put it out, is decent, or else they're moving on right away. Like that's just attention how it is now, and people are so quick about shit. So I think singles, man, is just a good way to do it. Singles,
Yeah, and so for your music that you're coming out with, you said you talked about this earlier. Spotify, you're gonna be putting a lot of it on Spotify, and like you already have music on Spotify, correct?
Yes, I got like, so there's some old music on there that someone else put on there for me, and then there's new music now that I'm putting on myself. That involves me in it too. So what I finally figured it out today, like how you have to get, like to get verified on there, you got to get like 250 followers, and then you just kind of, I think you send Spotify your like music info to prove that it's your shit, and then you like claim the song. I don't know, it's kind of confusing, but I'm figuring that shit out. And just trying, because I think Spotify is definitely obviously the future. You know what I mean, with streaming and shit. And
actually, we were just watching a Joe Rogan interview the other day, and he was talking about he was talking about a lot of artists that just have taken their music off of Spotify because they kind of jip you. They don't pay you as much as a lot of the other places do. So I mean,
it depends, because like that was a while ago, that interview, when it was up, and
was it?
They probably still aren't paying the most, but they also have a free like service. But like if you put on like Apple Music and stuff like that, you get paid more, because everybody who listens to Apple Music pays for Apple Music. It's not there's no ads run, so I think you get paid more per listen on Apple Music than Spotify.
Yeah, I just realized that shit today too, that Spotify, so it is like you can listen to any song for free. What is it that you're paying for them with the premium?
No ads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh, that's it?
That's literally all it is.
And you can download it to listen to it offline, and that's it.
Oh, okay. But that's still pretty easy. I just realized that today, though. Like, you can download on Spotify, and you have to listen to some ads, like, every 3 songs. But you can listen to anything. That's pretty cool. But
yeah, I've been paying for it for months now.
I have Apple Music, and that's just, like, the easiest for me since I have an iPhone. I can just download all the songs, basically. Like, anything on iTunes just directly to my phone.
Right. I mean, I have the platform that I use puts it on all of it anyway. It puts on Spotify, Apple Music. I don't think it does Tidal, but who the fuck does Tidal? I don't know.
Titles.
I've never met a person that had Tidal. So
what platform is that?
That's Jay-Z's platform. I think Jay-Z started it, because like when Kanye West released The Life of Pablo, he did like a Tidal exclusive, and so I got it then, like, because I had a 30-day free trial, and I just got the trial, then canceled it because I was like, I don't need this. Like,
I've done the same thing. I think I did it for I got the keys for that song. I want to hear that so bad. And I'm like, well, fuck, it's only on Tidal. I'll download it real quick. And then cancel it 30 days later or whatever. Yep.
That's how to do it.
That's a trick, man.
So I meant like what platform are you uploading on that you said is
well, the way I kind of try to figure it out, I just you can YouTube fucking anything now. So I just said, best way to get your music onto digital distribution, you know what I mean? And there was like a guy that made a video of comparing like 4 different platforms. And I picked one. It's called 1rpm.com. Okay. Some other ones are TuneCore, CD Baby, and there's like one other one. I think AstroKid. That's what it is. And different ones take different percentages of your sales. And I think 1rpm is 100% your money back or whatever. So
okay, cool.
I mean, yeah. As far as the Spotify thing, I know you're saying about the Joe Rogan getting ripped off with Spotify. I don't know. I mean, I'm still kind of at the beginning stages of it, so like I said, I gotta get my followers up and
that's
get
the
them
most
listening
important
to it
thing
on
anyways
there.
Right now. It's just getting a following, and the more ways people can listen to music, the better.
Yeah, exactly. So I got Spotify. I just started putting stuff on SoundCloud again too, because I was gonna do just Spotify and try and hold out, but I realized there's people that don't want to pay for anything.
Yeah, so. SoundCloud is like everybody's on SoundCloud.
Yeah, everyone has SoundCloud. So yep. Yeah.
So for your future plans, you also talked about some music videos coming up. Like, do you have anything planned for that, or is it all just like you're just looking to do it in the future? You don't really.
I'm working on a song. Okay, so TiVo Beats. He sent me a beat. He lives in. He's out of Morris, Illinois. We did a song together called "Shit to Me," and it's pretty fucking good. And he sent me a beat, and I thought it was sick, so I recorded to it at home. And I sent it off to a guy who goes by Hits. King Hits is his name. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but you should check him out. He's fucking sick. And I didn't know if he'd fuck with me or not, so I just sent it, and he likes it a lot, and he said he's going to record to it. So should be expecting a song with him, and then we'll probably shoot a video for it because, he's got some dope shit, and I think it'd be a good move for me and good for him, too, just to get some more fans, and for me, obviously, to get some new fans. So that, like I said, I'm trying to do a show. Videos wise though, like I just did that one with Pat Banahan. So
Straight Jacket Flow, correct?
Straight Jacket Flow, yeah. And that was fucking fun, and I'm just kind of pushing that for a little bit now. I uploaded on my own YouTube this time, which is a little different. You guys know how that goes with doing your own verse. Yeah, but it's nice to have it on your own because then it's your own besides being on someone else's shit. But so trying to do some more videos eventually.
Wait, is that the Hotheads one?
Yeah, that you had uploaded.
The Hotheads one, no, that's Lineup. That's a different one.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
But I confused the two because I like both the music videos. That one has like 45,000 views or something like that.
It's got like
SoundCloud. Yeah.
On Plays what? Oh my bad.
I know. It's SoundCloud. It has like 45, and then on YouTube it has like 10,000.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's doing good on SoundCloud for sure.
Yeah,
it's doing good on YouTube too. It's just Cole Ben's got a.
He has like 111,000 subs, I think, something like that.
Yeah. But it was just cool that like I was one of the last videos that he shot for a while, and then he said I'm gonna take a little break and do this. I think the Lone Springs, which I think
he's dropping tonight at 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, it's a short film.
Okay.
Cole Bennett, he's dropping a short film. It's got like 5 big rappers in it, and so that should be cool.
Yeah, that's.
But no, I fuck with everything that Cole's doing is really cool, and I mean it's inspiring, obviously, for a lot of us. So
yeah, I definitely know that like he's inspired me a lot, like just to do the videos and stuff. Like that,
exactly.
Just his videos, honestly, like I really enjoy them. So
yeah, and I like his whole cipher concept is something I hit him up the other day actually, and I said, the ciphers you threw like inspired me and made me want to do something around here, kind of like that too. So shit, we should do something.
Yeah,
like
feed or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, after this interview,
that's not hard at all.
About some future shit.
What'd you say?
After this interview, we can sit down and talk about some future shit.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah.
So what was I about to say? I don't know, Brandon, you got anything?
Don't forget. Keep it going.
Dude, it's gone.
It's all good, man. Take a breather.
It left.
Man, is there anything else that we didn't cover that you really want to talk about? Let your fans know. Actually, I want to let you know that I fuck with that song that you had with Hotheads. I like that song a lot. I'm trying to use that for like a future vlog or something.
Oh yeah,
like
definitely.
That'd
Please
be
do, man.
dope.
That'd be dope. Line up.
Yeah, versus her.
Yeah, man. That my buddy or my guy Dylan Campbell, he hooked me up with them, and because he knew him from school, and he hooked me up with that, and made a banger out of it, and it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a good time, and they were cool about it, and it was cool.
Yeah, I saw some people we knew in the video.
Yeah.
No names.
Right.
Anyways, man, do you got any shout outs before we cut this?
Shout outs. Shout out FreakSounds, man.
Oh,
you know, I gotta start with that first.
Hell yeah.
Shout outs, man. No one in particular, man. Just shout out. Oh, shout out JJ. Oh, well, Lost TV. I'll shout out Lost TV and Pat Banahan. That's why, you know, I wore this to show I fuck with him, man. He's if you guys need videos and shit, he's the animation. His shit's crazy, man. He's a character. He's nuts. He's awesome though. But no, just shout out anyone that fucked with me way back then and still does, and shout out to people that are just starting to fuck with me now, and just people that take the time to actually like hit like and retweet and just little things like that. It doesn't take time at all, but people are just too fucking lazy to try and help out.
Yeah.
The people that actually do that, shout out to them, because they're the people that we need. You know what I mean? And I
those
appreciate
people
that the most.
Yeah, they like retweet like everything you do, and those are the type of people that like your real fans are the ones that
and
actually.
like, okay, you actually give a shit about, you know.
Yeah, straight up shout out Izzy.
Yeah,
He's always retweeting our shit.
Shout out
all
Izzy,
the time.
man. Yeah.
All right, shout out the haters too.
Yeah.
Man, haters is high school shit. That's back in the day.
Nah, there's still haters.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna have haters because they're mad that you're doing this.
I'm just saying, shout them out. What up?
Yeah,
like,
you gotta
what's up,
shout the
guys?
haters. Well, they're not doing shit though. They're just
that's why I'm shouting them out. Come on, don't come on.
Now I'm a hater, man. No.
So your social media links is TC in the Mix on everything.
Yeah, TC in the mix. No weird letters or anything. It's on that for everything. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, kind of. The only one that's not is my Snapchat. Oh yeah, SoundCloud too is TC in the Mix.
Okay.
The only thing is Snapchat. I don't want to change it because I have my numbers up so high. You know what I mean? Like, can I start over? I don't know. I think it's too late. So I'm keeping it as TC the MC is my Snapchat. If any girls watch this and they want to, you know.
TC the MC.
TC the MC, yeah.
All right,
Snapchat, girls, any girls watching this, sexy girls, TC the MC.
All right, and if you are just gonna watch this interview and go do some other shit, make sure you at least go watch Straight Jacket and Line Up.
Straight Jacket Flow. Straight Jacket Flow.
Straight Jacket Flow.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just Straight Jacket.
No, Straight Jacket Flow.
Straight Jacket Flow and Line Up, two dopest songs. At least watch those two, and
Yeah.
then you'll just be fucking hooked. So got you.
Exactly,
I win.
man.
I win.
Hell yeah.
Everybody like, comment, and subscribe on this video.
Make sure you subscribe. FreakSounds. Subscribe to TC the Mix, you know. You guys should link my YouTube.
Yeah, we'll link all your stuff.
Yeah,
Will be in the
for sure,
description.
yeah.
In the description down below, all the links.
Fucks.
Be great.
Oh yeah, good shit, guys.
Rap shit, yeah, man, that was my thing. There be too many, you motherfuckers trying to be chasing my dream. I'm taking the backlash and turning the cat nap into a career.